And your friends can be our cast.
Yeah,
Or our audience. That's awesome. Hopefully it's not too funny. That's awesome. This is not very convincing at all. Let me come and sit by you guys here. Is that okay? I'll move the bag over. Just it's a solid bag there. Okay. All right. So let me start off by learning your names first. I'll make sure you're in the camera. Beautiful. What's your name, darling?
I'm Elizabeth.
Elizabeth. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Nathan.
Nathan. I'm Binyam.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you guys. So like I said, it's out of 15 questions. Choose me a number between 1 and 15.
7.
Is that your favorite number?
No, it's not, but
Okay.
7.
So the question is, can one with different cultural values or different norms have integrity?
Yes.
Tell me more.
Different people can have integrity because different people are allowed to be different.
True.
That's literally all I have to say on that. That seems like a kind of a dumb question. Can
Okay.
different people have integrity?
So different cultural backgrounds have different values. So like with integrity, let's define integrity first. How would you guys define integrity?
Integrity is, I would say, honesty,
Yeah.
love,
Okay.
care,
Cool.
different things like that. And
Yeah.
every culture originally has those values.
Gotcha.
White people, such as myself, typically don't anymore. But
Elizabeth, right?
traditionally, yeah, all cultures do have some form of integrity. Yes.
Okay. I'll see if I can throw a wrench in the wheel to
Sure.
see if your answer shifts. But what do you think? Nathan, right?
Yeah.
Good.
Integrity to me would just be. Everybody dreams of the perfect person, so try your best to be that person.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the part I was thinking in that question, Elizabeth, and that is consider someone from a different cultural background where their values are, there's a difference between how you treat women and men, for example, and they operate out of integrity on that principle, whereas in this cultural context, we might say, actually, we have a different sort of approach to that.
I would say, yeah, so it's cultural.
Yes.
I don't disagree with the way that certain cultures treat their women.
Okay.
There are so many things that happen that we don't know about. It's not fair for someone such as myself to say that that culture is treating women disrespectfully
Gotcha.
or without integrity because I don't actually know. I've never lived in that household.
Yeah.
I don't know that they're actually not treating them with respect. Typically, where I'm in North America, they
Yes.
try to make other cultures seem like the bad guy. And so I'm going to know only the bad things about how they treat other people.
Gotcha.
So, yep, still sticking with my
I like
original
it.
answer.
For me personally, like,
Yes.
I'm mixed, so I'm Cree
Yeah.
and part Austrian.
I could tell the Austrian part. That
Yeah.
was very...
Yeah, yeah. You're actually the first person to say that. Usually it's the other way around. So yeah, I grew up very multicultural. My dad and my mom, they're both Christian, but I grew up practicing more the Native First Nations practices. So I am very well educated on at least two very different cultures, one that oppressed one
Yeah.
and one that fought back. So when it comes to cultural integrity,
Yeah.
I guess again the most simple answer would just to be the best person that you are.
Okay.
I know that there's this legendary thing about natives and how we're all in touch with the nature and we're all perfect and this and that, but we're just humans. There's stories of young men around my age being idiots and going and hunting bears and getting themselves killed or, running back to the village because,
Yeah.
So, but then also my half-white side, I went out and chilled with my cousins and we blew microwaves up with dynamite. So, again, there's just be the best human being you can be. Have fun.
Okay.
That's, in my opinion, integrity, no matter what culture, background, skin color you are. Just be the best person you can be.
I like the simplicity of your definition. It's really accessible. And then I also like, Elizabeth, that you still don't bend on your conviction that, hey, it depends. And it's so the follow-up question would be, is there like a definitive line for what integrity should look like, or is it going to be on each person's independent sort of interpretation?
Yeah, so love, respect. If you are no longer loving and respecting someone, if someone is no longer in control of their own choices, if they don't want to be a part of that, then that's not integrity, right? But that's not even cultural, that's like family. Every family is different in that sense, that some people have integrity, that they give other people freedom to make their own choices, and some people don't let other people have their own choices, and that's no longer integrity. So, yeah.
Can the perspective of integrity shift over time
Yeah.
in the way that it
Yeah.
applies?
Yeah. Different people, you can learn different things. You can learn about other people.
Yeah,
It's more related to other people.
sure.
So if you learn that someone else is feeling disrespected
Yeah.
in a way,
Yeah.
then you should shift your values or what you're doing or whatever. It should shift based on how other people are feeling.
You were shaking your head there. What do you think?
I agree with most of it.
Yeah.
But again, and I sound like a broken record, being the best human being that you can be in any
Amazing.
situation is
Yeah.
perfect. But one thing that I will say is that my father is actually a diagnosed antisocial personality, which means that he is a clinical psychopath. He also has an IQ of roughly 140 to 145. Very, very dangerous man. Do I believe that all cultures have integrity? Yes, to their own culture. The Western world is extremely different from the Eastern world and the Southern world. Completely different. So our set of morals, integrity is based off of what we originated from, and for the most part, the Western world, it is the church. So, integrity in North America from the outside is supposed to be this perfect world, yet we're not. Then you look at East Asia, and man, like some of their cultural beliefs there fuck with my head a little bit, and others are beautiful. But again, now it's coming down to individuals. I don't care what color you are, again, creed, religion, spirituality.
Yeah. I just wish you believed more strongly in this. You don't seem passionate enough. Okay, are you guys ready for 2 more questions? Just 2
Yes.
last
Yeah,
questions.
that's
Okay,
fine.
so the theme of my podcast is specifically how can young men be inspired towards integrity? In general, stereotypically speaking, do you think young men are doing amazing in the sphere of exhibiting and living by integrity, or do you think they're challenged and needing some help?
Can I speak on that?
Not a loaded question. Yeah,
So-
you should.
Number one, I grew up in the hood. I have 3 sisters, was raised by a single mom in the neighborhood made up of single mothers. I have the utmost respect for women. Absolutely, 100%. But as a man nowadays who is brought up and treated like a gentleman, the biggest part of it is that if you're a gentleman and you have respect, they don't need it. But if you ignore them and you don't have it, then you're not good enough. So with young men, not only with just love and romance, you've also got these kids, they're children, man. 22, that's a kid. 22, that is a child. And they're just pressured into this world of being responsible for everything and everyone about them. But in the same sense, again, bringing it back to integrity, it depends on the independent person, woman, man, it doesn't matter. But I really do believe that young men and young women are having a very fucking hard time right now. They're being raised by a bunch of broken people from our generation who come from broken people from their generation. And yeah, kids are confused as fuck right now. And it's very...
Be the best person you can be.
Yep.
Cut them some slack. Like, everybody sucks right now.
Yeah.
They do.
Yeah.
But I think people are not intentionally being bad people for the most part. Just everybody do the best you can. Try to be nice. Whatever you think nice is.
Sure.
try to do that. Try to make your mom proud.
I like that. That's like so profound.
Oh, it's not.
That is profound.
It depends on the mother.
Oh,
No.
so true.
But
I
try
hear
to,
ya.
you know, try to make people that you love proud of you.
Love it.
And
Yeah.
don't do it just because you want them to be proud of you, but like, you know, do what you think that other people think is nice. Be nice.
Yeah.
Be good.
Yeah.
Like, be a good kid.
I love it.
Simple.
Practice good manners.
Have good manners.
Have good manners.
Manners, yes. That's my go-to. It's just that's bad manners. Don't do that. If it's good manners, do that. If it's bad manners, don't do that.
These are amazing answers.
Yeah, she's
I'm
not
really
wrong.
enjoying it. Last question. Do you guys have any questions for me?
What is this podcast? I want to listen to it.
Oh, I appreciate you, Doug.
Yeah.
So you can find it on YouTube under my name, Biniam Asterisk. I'll tell you after.
Okay, sure, yeah, after we're done that.
Yeah, and then that's where I feature conversations like this.
And it's just always conversations
On
about
integrity from so many angles,
Okay.
but specifically for young men, saying, hey, if you need a little bit of an assist, here's some helpful places to start
Okay,
thinking about it.
nice, I like that.
I
I do
appreciate
too.
it.
A
Yeah,
lot.
I
I really
You're
like
going
that a
for a
lot.
positive take on it.
I really want to
Okay.
inspire more to consider what it could look like. Yeah,
Just for people to be good.
absolutely.
Yeah,
And to
okay.
encourage them all that way.
I
so.
like that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Nathan,
Yes.
Elisabeth,
Yes.
you guys are amazing. Thank you for taking the time. I so
For
appreciate
sure.
it.
For
Okay,
sure.
I'm gonna turn the
Thank
camera
you.
off.